cold day. Again, a little bit of wind, a little bit of wind, a little bit of breeze due to, the snow that we just recently had. Um, the weather's going to be crummy for a little bit, but then there's supposed to be a warm up coming. It's supposed to be somewhere in the 50s coming up this week. They said it was possibly supposed to be getting some snow, and it turned out it's mainly going to stay down in the south, to the south of New Jersey and that area down that way near Cape May and all that area down there. So at least the good thing is, but if the storm does shift or something, we're definitely going to get some snow, but not just a lot. It might just get coating, maybe to an inch. That's usually what happens. The traffic out there is still decent due to, people going to work. Today's Wednesday, everybody wants to go to work. Ready for the weekend, what you want to do. Alright, so I got some news about the Twiggy Ramirez guy. I wanted to give you an update. His name is Twiggy Ramirez 5382. That's his actual name on YouTube. If you actually use that name to go on his YouTube channel, he does play some shooting, violent games, like assassin games. So like I said, here's his name, Twiggy, Twiggy, Ramirez, Ramirez, 5382. That's the guy that was harassing me as well as stalking me and threatening me on here with my arrest. I want the police departments to know about this guy as well, because he was threatening with my arrest, knowing he has no authority to threaten anyone with anyone's arrest. You're just pissed off, just like everyone else is pissed off, because they're afraid of the truth being said and told. I do think that people need to know about people, okay? Like I keep telling about people about the cops and what cops are doing to somebody. And I already know for a fact, and even my friend's father even said, actually looked into some stuff with the person's arrest that was charged with the false arrest, with the taser gun. With the situation, it turns out the cop was involved. The cop was definitely involved from Woodbridge, because usually dispatchers, they communicate with the captains or lieutenants from other departments, and somebody definitely knows themselves in and caused their arrest. So, yes, the NYPD officer that's helping me as well as helping my friend. My friend of mine, his name is Mike. He's a very, very good friend of mine. He does good work. He helps out, protects everybody, stuff like that. It's a very important shit. The thing is, these cops don't know how to keep their fucking nose out of people's business and belongings. This cop, he's a problem. He's a major fucking problem. You see on there about how this officer, as well as another officer, violated someone's civil rights, and had to go through district court in Newark. It's very disgusting. And me, if I was the captain or lieutenant, I would fire the officers and not have them on force ever again. And when people falsely call police on people and showing up to their residence is a very destructive crime as well. Calling the police because of the fact they feel threatened or they feel something's wrong, I think it's very absurd. Because there's other violence out there, there's other criminals out there that are doing criminal acts. And the thing is, there's a lot of cops out here that are taking bribes, and they're getting paid to cover people's mistakes and people's shit. I'm very disgusted because, living in an area where I kind of enjoyed life, never had a fucking problem, nobody ever had a problem. And then now people start shit with you because they want to look up your plate on your vehicle. And using the police database, that's abuse of power, to sit here and be like, hey, you know what, I'm going to look up that vehicle's license plate number and see who owns it, who drives it. And then, because you got to realize something. I know that this officer did definitely set up somebody and get them in trouble purposely because of the fact that his neighbor was almost being, attacked because of the fact that he came home drunk in his vehicle, a GMC Acadia, drunk home, and starting shit with an innocent person. And now all of a sudden, now this person can't have a life. Ever since this person moved to other towns and other places to live, he's being followed. He's being stalked. He's also been through a lot of stuff. Now finding out that he has more disorders than what anybody expected due to somebody getting help. It's very, very disruptive. And what these cops are doing are bullying this gentleman. And it needs to fucking stop now. Because he has tons of evidence, as well as this NYPD officer on his side, that is building up an investigation against New Jersey police officers that have been doing things to this gentleman. This means that the police officers that are doing things to this gentleman are going to lose their job. They're going to lose everything that they worked for a very, very long time. I'm talking about 401k, retirement, pension, everything. They're going to throw it all the fuck away because they're bullying people. And all the evidence against these cops, especially any police department in Middlesex County Township, is going to get in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. You don't understand. You think you have power to control. You think you have power to control us Americans, when we're the ones that are controlling you and telling you to do your job correctly and not abusing privileges, not abusing people's constitutional rights, and not abusing authority and power tripping on people because of your fucking anger that you have towards people. That's not my problem. That person has anger towards police and towards his family only due to all the mental problems that has been going on in his life, as well as people doing mental things to him. He has been diagnosed with tons of disorders, worse than what he had, because of the fact that these fucking people bullying and doing things to people. And it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Police are #1 ranking that did the bullying, did the hatred, and the shit on this man. And he has a lot of anger towards the police because of what they fucking did to him mentally. That's why nobody trusts police. There's a lot of people in this world do not trust any police officers because they fucking lie. And they don't like being recorded because they don't want to get caught on lying and losing their fucking job. And now because this officer, he did something, he caught himself. Nobody wanted someone to open up their mouth and say something about this officer because they didn't want his life and his job being up jeopardy. Because of everything he have done, he targeted this gentleman for no fucking reason. Doing shit on his laptop first thing in the morning while the cruiser was on. That's what I've heard. And doing things like that. And illegally doing things on his fucking database. When the vehicle was never in a crime, never committed a crime. Anybody did not commit a crime in their vehicle. They didn't do anything. This motherfucker had it in for somebody. And now when somebody opens up their mouth and exposes the true corruption in Woodbridge Township, Edison Township, and Rawway Township. That's a fucking virus, people. Cops are a fucking virus, and the only way you can get rid of a virus is doing your own antidote.
It's the only way you're going to solve a problem in the police department. Is doing a full investigation of the department, seeing that a cop is doing something. And it's getting done, and it will be done. You motherfuckers think you could do what you want to somebody and overpower somebody because you think because of the blue line is going to back you the fuck up. But when you get caught for doing some destructive, countable shit to some innocent man, you're going to lose your qualified immunity. You're going to lose your fucking job. That means you cannot be an officer. You can't even be a security officer because they're going to make sure that your background is rough. And if it's rough, they're not going to hire somebody like that. You did it to your fucking selves. You did it to an innocent man. Fucking with an innocent man's life. For what? Why did you do it? Come in and say hi, everybody. It's 10:02 a.m. Come on and say hi. Are you going to disappear? Let's count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, he's not going to disappear. Come on in and say hi. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. This is what cops do. They fucking intimidate you. They provoke you. They fucking sit here and then do these entrapment shit with people, trying to make them commit a crime so they can get arrested for shit. These fucking cops know what they're doing. They're playing these little fucking intimidation tactics with people, trying to make people commit crimes and make people do things. These fucking cops. Woodbridge is number one. You're assholes. The mayor is also racist. That's disgusting. But he also wants to respect Black History Month. Going around doing things with Martin Luther King and doing things from the past, but hearing that video about how he was being racist and shit, and on top of an African-American man from Woodbridge Township was also talking about how the police department was racist. There's police officers in that Woodbridge Township that are racially profiling black people, as well as the mayor being racist to people. This gentleman is all over Facebook. He's all over YouTube. He's all over the fucking place. And he's telling the truth how people in that town are being very racially profiling and doing things toward black people. And that's uncalled for. There shouldn't be no reason for anybody to be racist towards any person. At all. That's bullshit. Now, when it comes to the police department, they're scumbags. Woodbridge Township are scum. That police department is bullshit. Too many people in that fucking too many people in the committee people, the committee board. There's too many people that are like friends with police officers, and too many people that are in that committee meeting when people come there to do things up. All those committee people, they kiss each other's ass. And a lot of people go in there and do free speech. They go in there and do things legally, and they get kicked out. Things are being said. Things are being done in there. Oh, the police, you have to escort them out. For what? Because they're saying things that are true? No mayor in any town in New Jersey, it doesn't matter if he's African American, it doesn't matter if he's Latino, it doesn't matter if he's Spanish, it doesn't matter if he's Indian, it doesn't matter if he's Jewish. All mayors, county officials, town officials should be respectful to their community people. And even if they're there to exercise their First Amendment or exercise anything, things need to be taken care of in a respectful manner, and don't be racist. Permanently, don't do that. Edison Township is also, the mayor is pretty well cool. He is an amazing mayor. He's a lot better than any mayor that I have ever seen, as well as my friend. Edison Township is amazing. But when it comes to the fucking police, they want to show their true colors. They're saying that they're good, they're doing their job, everything's okay. We're here to talk to you, make sure you're... No, they're not. All they want to know is your date of birth, your name, and everything else, to see if you have something on your record or have something issued to you, and you get arrested. And especially Michael Horvat from Edison, Jeffrey Horvat from Woodbridge, and Scott Horvat and all the townships. They are tied like a fucking bike chain. And what they do is they exterminate and they get rid of people that they do not like. And even if it has to put something to stick on somebody to make a legal arrest, just so they can put someone behind bars and be charged with other committing crimes that they're saying that someone did, so they can get in trouble for it. This is why I'm exposing this fucking family and these cops. Because what they did to an innocent person was uncalled for. And what these cops are doing, they're saying that somebody needs help, somebody needs assistance, the paramedics need to show up to help somebody. For what? Because someone's doing something correct? People out there do not have respect for law enforcement because of that reason. You do things to people, you step your foot where it don't belong, you step into that bag of lit dog shit in a brown paper bag, you stepped in it for yourself. You made yourself a fucking target because you didn't know how to shut your mouth. Your own mother didn't know how to shut her fucking mouth. She should have left her groceries, like my friend even said. Should have took her groceries in the fucking house, shut her fucking mouth. No, she didn't. She went outside while someone was sitting here chatting with someone else, minding his own fucking business, and this 70-something-year-old woman turns the fuck around and runs her mouth across the street, making a disturbance. Knowing and this is another thing too, I don't give a fuck anybody is a cop. I don't give a fuck. Family members are related to police officers. You cause a disturbance in front of the fucking anybody's house and they threaten somebody, they should be arrested for disturbing the peace or disorderly conduct. Now, why did this lady did not get charged with domestic threats towards somebody as well as disorderly conduct or disturbing the peace? Oh, that's right, because she's related to a fucking police family. That's why. Police officers can get whatever, they can get away with whatever they fucking want in this world. They can murder somebody just like George Floyd. Did George Floyd deserve to die? No. What did Eric Chauvin and those other officers get? A small time in prison because they're actually officers tied to the community? When they killed an innocent man, knowing he might have had drugs in his mouth. Possibly he could have, because that might have been the reason why the officers pulled him out. They might have saw evidence of paraphernalia in his mouth, possibly because of the video being seen. But not kill an innocent unarmed black man. That's uncalled for. That's bullshit. Eric Chauvin should have been in prison for life. Those other two officers that were accessory to murder, they should have been charged with manslaughter or should have been charged with something else. Now when it came to Daunte Wright, was that fair that that poor boy or that poor man deserved to die when he had fucking kids? That female officer, instead of taking her taser out, she took the gun out and shot Daunte Wright instead of taser, knowing the taser is the first self-defense tactic that officers need to use towards a suspect. No, the officer shot him, and how many years is she only getting? A low amount of sentence, if anything? Because she's ties to the community for fucking being a police officer? No, that's very uncalled for. I do not agree with that. I don't think anybody that's innocent like that, with being unarmed and not being dangerous to anybody, getting shot for purposely because of a traffic stop, and aggressive force, meaning, what is that called? I think it was police brutality as well as excessive force from an officer. She deserves to be sued as well for that. And I'm hoping the family did sue Daunte Wright, like the police department, for Daunte Wright's death, as well as George Floyd's death. And that other girl too, I forgot her name, but she should have never died either. And that was bullshit. But there's people out there getting falsely arrested, put in prison for decades, and it turns out they were innocent and proven guilty. They were innocent the whole time that they were in prison. Somebody else was linked to someone else's murder, and this person was in there for, I think, 10 years, and he finally got out of prison because these cops didn't do their investigation properly. So I do think that cops need to do their job correctly. They need to do things by law and make sure people are getting DNA or sperm DNA or whatever they need to charge people with rape and sexual assault. Now someone that I know that was diagnostics from a doctor says that this person that got raped and sexually assaulted, physically abused by his family, as well as being bullied and trampled on and getting flashbacks, getting dreams, and dealing with shit and weird feelings in his brain, he's diagnostics with PTSD disorder, anxiety, depression, the whole fucking works. Because this kid, the person that was abused for so many years, his parents neglected him and didn't care about he got raped, he got sexually assaulted, that things were not done. Things were not done. That's considered child neglect, endangering the welfare of a child. Parents are supposed to be there for their children. Parents are supposed to be there for their kids, for their safety, making sure the kids are being well maintained, food, fed, clothed, everything else. This poor person's parents didn't do shit for him to protect his safety and to prosecute these girls for doing sexual acts on him without consent. It's uncalled for. And now this person is traumatized forever, and it's going to be hard to fix this person because people are adding fuel and oil to the fire, to his life, following him, stalking him, calling police falsely on people to accuse him on things. It's getting out of control. You don't stop, you get caught, you're going to have to do jail time, and you're going to have to pay for compensation for people that are mentally destroyed because you made them mentally destroyed. You did this shit to this person. You have to pay the piper. You have to pay the price. You keep fucking with the person, you're going to have to pay the price. Now, when it comes to the cops destroyed this person's brain. Especially someone accusing him of a crime. Cops coming with guns and ammo and bulletproof vests to shoot the fucking guy innocently for no reason. And a person had to run home scared chicken shit. But raping somebody is disrespectful too. Is raping somebody and leaving and going somewhere, yeah, it's disgusting. But this poor kid, poor man, didn't do anything. He's an innocent person. All he did was good things for people, help people when in need, and everything else. And then people want to go and fucking beat the shit out of him and assault him because people don't like the truth. And then people want to threaten to kill him and his partner. That's disgusting. And it's very funny too, the people that did threaten him, he actually said that they were African American. It's very funny. Why? Why is it African American? And he even said the people that did things to him and threatened him with a gun, they were African American. Why is that? There's a lot of people out there want to beat this poor guy up. Want to kill him? Assault him? Think about it. Is that true? Probably is. I want people to know about these 3 officers that are family related. Town to town. Woodbridge and Edison townships. They're linked. And these people need to know these officers. They need to know. They need to know these officers in detail. Because you come across these cops, you come across these officers, you need to prepare yourself. And a lot of times you have balls and cojones as a woman, meaning balls, testicles, to stand up to these officers and they do something wrong to you. You get them in trouble. Michael Horvat, Lieutenant of Edison Police Department. Jeff Horvat of Woodbridge Police Department. Now he's a detective. He's not a police officer. He's not a patrolling officer because he wants to hide in shame because he don't want to be out there and get in trouble for himself because he already knows he's getting enough in trouble. And Scott Horvat is also his brother. That is related, blood relative, and he's a patrolman of Woodbridge Township PD. I want everybody to know these cops. Periodly. Everyone have a good day. God bless you. Be safe.